Man, I really did not want to have to make this video here, but like always, like I tell you guys, man, I'm transparent when it comes to using these products and just my experience, even if it hurts me to do it. But the PlayStation Portal, y'all, it failed me, y'all. And I'm talking about it failed me bad to the point where, man, I'm gonna have to return it. And here's what happened. All right, so before we actually get into the details of what happened to my PlayStation Portal here, because as you guys can see here, y'all, like, it seems to be working fine, right? No problems, right? Well, I'm telling you right now, man, that is far from the truth, and I can't lie to you guys. I'm personally upset about it because I don't even know how this whole thing even happened in the first place. But for some reason, my left joystick here, like, I literally can't go forward, I can't go back, I can't go up, I can't go down. Like, even when I'm in the main menu on the home screen, like, nope, the joysticks, like, literally going up and down just will not work. And even when I'm inside of the games, I can't move my player forward or backwards. The only thing that actually works on the left joystick here is if I go left or if I go to the right, which to me was literally the one thing that I was concerned about when it actually came to this PlayStation Portal here. And it happened, man. Like, for it to happen in just 1 week of me having this, man, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I'm upset because you guys already know, like, I genuinely, like, love this device right here, like, so good to the point where before it actually broke, like, I never played directly on my PS5 or even my PS5 Slim because having the Portal is just so convenient to play with. So I was curious and I was like, you know what? I wonder if this is actually happening to other people that are out there. So what I did was I went out there, I went to Reddit, and I found a whole thread, man, where there's a bunch of other people out there that are actually having joystick issues like I'm facing right here. Now, although it's not a good thing, at least it's not something that's just happening to me or something that I might have done, because listen, y'all, I promise I've never dropped this thing on the floor, never hit it up against a desk or a door frame with the thumbstick for it to just stop working like it is. Like, literally, when I'm done with it, I'll just power this bad boy down, I sit it on the table like this, and then I just go on about my day. So I'm gonna be returning this back to PlayStation. Hopefully they can do something like a replacement and just send me out a new unit. So Sony, PlayStation, if you guys are watching this video, man, definitely reach out to your boy and let's figure something out, because I got way more videos that I actually want to make on this device here, and I'm actually not trying to have, you guys out there waiting. And no, I'm not trying to buy them out there on eBay for over $300 to $400 more, which is just crazy and wild. But the major problem I see is being able to get another one if they don't replace this one, because it's sold out literally everywhere. And hopefully one of you guys out there, I'm asking if one of you guys out there actually have an extra one that you're sitting on that's in the factory box still sealed, then go ahead and let me know, man, down in the comments. You can hit me up over on Twitter or IG, and let's make something happen. I'll buy it from you guys. Now, I know technology breaks and all of that, and for me, I've never actually had something like this happen to me before, at least like so early on when the product just came out. Now, I do actually plan on documenting this entire journey of me returning this, just in case, this happens to one of you guys out there. That way you guys can refer back to this video series that I'm going to be creating on basically, how the entire experience is going. So that way you guys will know the proper steps to go through and just basically what you can expect if this same thing happens to you. And like I said, man, I told y'all I'm transparent on this channel and will always test products out, so that way you guys will know what to expect from a long-term perspective. Because listen, sometimes the full story is not just told in a couple days of having the product, but instead of how it's actually performing like maybe 1 week later or 1 month later. That's why I do long-term videos here on the channel, just to help make sure that you guys are making the best decision based off of my unbiased experience. I got y'all. I told you, like, we family on here. Now, even though, man, this sucks for me, I'm gonna be honest, man, I'm down bad, but hopefully Sony, y'all can fix this. But now that you guys know that whole thing, man, I still want to kind of talk about just my experience with using this Portal here outside of the issue that I just told you guys about, and basically just how it's been for me. Because even though I'm having issues now, it was still literally one of my favorite products to use this year, man, hands down. Like, so let's go ahead and just dive in with it. Now that the hype has kind of died down, let's just go ahead and start off with how I feel about the design of the Portal since I've had it. Now, one thing that I'm not a fan of, and that is the placement of the USB-C port that is on the back of this device. Now, is it a big deal? No, it's not, but it's just not in the most convenient spot. I would have liked them to actually put it right up here, just right in the center here, instead of them putting it on the bottom here. I just feel like it would have been way easier to charge this device up. I just had to get that out of the way. Now, when it comes to the design of it, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I love it, man. Honestly, it's one of the more natural feeling handhelds that I've personally tried here on the channel, especially if you're somebody that's already coming from a PlayStation console, using it with the DualSense controllers here. Like, to me, I just felt like it was just little adjustments that was needed because this here already felt familiar. Also enjoy that we get like all of the haptic feedbacks that we got in these same controllers that we've been using. Now, another dope thing that I feel like nobody's actually talking about when it comes to this portal here, and that is your settings that you've already had on your system previously or recognize and come right on over to this handheld. So for example, like I told you guys in my tips and tricks video that I have for you guys that you can watch right after this one, I have it set to when I launch my console that my controller here, microphone is muted, as you can see right here with the light being on. And I have it set that when I navigate through like the menu here that you guys are seeing, that it's gonna give me feedback and like that haptic feedback on my controller. But the fact that those two things there were recognized as soon as I connected this up, booted it up, and I didn't have to reset anything or anything like that, to me is dope. Now, another bug that I actually found of something that I want to kind of talk about that's kind of an annoyance, and I wish, you know, hopefully they fix this in an upcoming fix, but that has to deal with like the whole blue light that's on the controllers. They just don't stay on. Now, let me show you what I mean. So for example, you can see right now I have the lights turned off. So let me go ahead and turn them on here, because I just typically keep mine turned off. So let's go ahead and display in brightness. Now I'm gonna go to the light bar and we're gonna turn this on. So now you guys see that the lights are on the controller, right? All right, so if I go ahead and go back, and if I go back to the home screen, you can see that the lights all of a sudden just turns off. To me, I don't understand it. And then if I go back into the settings, the lights turn back on. So hopefully this is a bug that they can fix with a software update. And you know, I'm not sure when that update is gonna come, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted for sure. So to me, this is kind of annoying because I like the blue lights actually running through the controller. So hopefully they fix this soon in the upcoming update. Now, I like the 8-inch display as well when it comes to the size. Now we're gonna go ahead and talk about the quality here in a little bit because I got some thoughts on it that I feel like nobody else is actually talking about here on YouTube. And you guys know, I'm gonna keep it funky on here. The fact that having an 8-inch display, man, to me is golden on here. I feel like you got a ton of screen real estate when it comes to this without actually seeming like it's just too big, right? Like, if that makes sense. 8-inch display, to me, I feel like is the perfect size when it comes to handheld gaming devices. However, when it comes to the joysticks, at first, that really wasn't that big of a deal to me on the fact that these were small, but the more I actually played it, because you already know, like, I can't go, you know, I can't go forward and backward on my, you know, on my joysticks. Look, I'm down bad, y'all. I do kind of wish we would have gotten the same size thumbsticks that we got on like a regular DualSense controller here, because to me, I feel like having larger joysticks definitely is something that can affect your gameplay overall. At least it does for me. Like, yeah, I can still get dubs in Warzone and all of that, but I just feel like it would have been better if they gave us the regular size joysticks that we got on the DualSense controller and, you know, just put them on this one. So now that that's all out of the way, let's go ahead and go back to the screen here for a little bit, because what I'm about to actually say, I feel like nobody is actually talking about, and that is this glossy display. This right here is a gift and a curse, because when you guys are indoors, I'm gonna be honest, man, the screen is beautiful. Like it looks damn good, man. Like, with this whole glossy display, it makes the quality on the screen look better than it actually is. And this is only a 1080p 60 hertz display, and the fact that we getting this like just crazy looking quality on it, hey, A1, y'all. Shout out to PlayStation. But when it comes to the curse of this glossy display, as soon as you guys step outside in daylight, man, it is almost impossible to be able to see this display because of two reasons. One, the brightness as far as the nits level, and I think it's only 500 nits brightness. It just don't get bright enough. And the second reason for the curse is outside in broad daylight, this glossy screen literally reflects back everything that is out there. Trees, the sun, the clouds, the moon, everything, man. Like, it reflects everything and you can't see jack on the screen. Meaning that you see everything else but the game that you're actually trying to play, because the screen does not get bright enough. But even with all of that, overall, I still feel from a design standpoint, it feels real good in the hands, man. And I've just been enjoying this thing like literally every single day. Now, the next thing that we got to talk about and address, and that is the elephant in the room, man, and that is just the gameplay overall. Like, this is the reason why you buy this in the first place. Now, some people out there I've noticed are having great experiences with it, and some I know are having good experiences. And yes, there is a major difference between the two before you go ahead and start commenting down below. Because think about it. What if somebody right now asks y'all, do you want to be good at something or do you want to be great? Make sense now? All right, so my gaming experience on here, man, I felt like for me has been nothing short of great, man, for what I've been using it for. I've been playing all of my games on here just from my couch in my bed, just outside on the patio. No matter where I'm gaming, the gameplay to me has been smooth outside of, my joysticks just stop working. Like, yes, I'm gonna keep saying it. For real, y'all, I'm legit hurt, man. Like, I love this freaking thing. Like, I just feel like all my cookies got taken away. Now, even though I still had a great experience with playing my games on it using Wi-Fi, which I showed you guys in this video that I have right up here that you can check out after this video, but even before the Portal even came out, I've always had my PS5 hardwired in to always make sure I was getting the best connection possible, which is what I personally recommend when it comes to this product here. But I will say, this kind of poses a question, and I kind of want to get you guys' thoughts on this down in the comments. Like, does this device here, when it comes to the Portal, make you guys want to actually update your internet speed to maybe getting like gigabit speeds if it's available in your area? Because this is going to increase your overall gameplay performance on the Portal. So let me know down in the comments. I'm real curious on if this is like a topic or is this a motivator for you guys to maybe boost up your internet? Because the truth of the matter is, whether people want to admit it or not, your overall gaming experience on this device here, on if it's going to be either good or going to be great, all depends honestly on your internet speeds. Now, to me, I always recommend hardwiring in your PS5 or your PS5 Slim if you guys can, because this is what's going to give you guys the best experience. And that HDMI trick that I told you guys about in this video right up here, you definitely want to know about that. So I highly recommend you watch that, because that is going to make your gameplay smooth as butter. Also, another thing that I noticed just within my 1 week of using this is my most used case was honestly just playing this around the house, which is perfect for. Like, the other night, I was legit gaming with my bros, and the gameplay on it was smooth, and I was playing all the way upstairs on my couch just chilling. Now, I'd be lying if I didn't talk about sometimes like the resolution for this here. I'm gonna be honest, it does drop, a little bit to be able to maintain the connection. But from my personal experience, when it happens, it quickly balances itself back out to the point where like it's not even that big of a deal. Now, I do wish there was a way to be able to lock the frame rate on here, so that way, you always are getting that top tier picture quality. But with me saying that, for those of you guys that don't have it, trust me, man, this is not an issue at all, and something that I wouldn't use as an excuse if you guys are on the fence of getting one. Because to be fair, all of the handhelds like that I've tested here, whether it's the ROG Ally or the Lenovo Legion Go, Backbone with my iPhone, like they all do it, whether people want to admit it or not. Also, I want to talk about me playing outside of the home as well. Now, to be fair, I've rarely used this device here outside of my home, and honestly, I don't really see myself using it that much outside, just because I'm just not a gamer on the go like type of person like that. Like, sometimes I'll game and take it on trips, but for the most part, I'm going to be using this right here in house. But for the times that I did take it outside of the house, I used it just tethering it to my iPhone. And yes, there is a noticeable lag, especially if you guys are playing like FPS games. Now, is it unplayable level of latency? No, not at all. Like, it is a slight delay, but very much still playable for sure. I would just recommend you guys playing games like a Spider-Man or something like what I got right here, like this God of War here, or, maybe something like Ghost of Tsushima or something like that. More like RPG style games versus first person shooter games, because a lot of those fast movements is going to be hard to kind of compete with, especially if you guys are going to be playing this outside your home versus the speeds you're going to get on your home network. But to me, y'all, my overall gameplay experience has been solid. Again, minus my whole, RIP, my joystick. I'm still tight, y'all. I've seen you guys in the comments say the same thing. Like, overall, it's a damn good device, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and discuss and talk about the whole UI or just user interface of this device, and just the experience from coming from your PlayStation and over to something like this when it comes to like connectivity and just navigating the Portal in general. To me, This is where I feel like the PlayStation did a hell of a job, man, because navigating using like this whole swipe menu here, it's just all like super clean, and it's something that I rock with heavy. Like I mentioned in this video right up here, man, one of the features that I like when you guys are done playing and you guys want to go ahead and disconnect is the fact that I can just press this button right here and you'll see put the connected PS5 in rest mode, and I can just disconnect this without having to go all the way into, let me get to it, without having to go all the way to the quick menu here, go to power, and then go to rest mode this way. Like, to me, being able to just quickly do it right here, y'all, to me is super clutch. Also, I like just the minimal settings on this device here. To me, I just feel like less is more. It's like everything in the settings menu is just straightforward with connecting up to the internet here if I want to do something like that, or I can go into like my system here. I got access to device information, updating the software, power savings, and stuff like that. Or if I go to device, if I go to display and brightness, I can change my brightness on here. I can turn off the lights on my light bars here on the side, also with the mute button, although I keep the mute button on. And then I can also go to my controllers and be able to control the haptic feedbacks on it as well. Like for me, I always keep mine on strong, as well as the trigger. I keep those on strong as well, just because it's going to give us the best overall experience. Like to me, when it comes to the UI on this device, man, overall it's great, it's easy to use, and to me it's straightforward and right to the point without having to do like a bunch of stuff to get it set up, which is what I like. Now the next thing that I want to kind of talk about here in this video, and that is just some of the things that I'm hearing as far as in the gaming airways that could possibly be coming to this system here that Sony might open this bad boy up to do. And I also want to kind of talk about some of the features that I would actually like to see them add to this one and what could possibly be coming next for the Portal. Now, the first thing that I'm hearing out there is that the Portal here could possibly be getting an update where it could allow us to be able to stream some of these PlayStation Premium games that we got here, which is something that I'm looking forward to be able to go back and play some of like, you know, these older games like Mafia 2 and different things like that. And also just to be able to discover new games to be able to play around the house. Now, another thing that I would actually like to see them actually come out with, and I definitely could actually see PlayStation doing something like this, and that is creating a Portal Pro model that would actually have the same removable joysticks that we can see right here on the DualSense Edge Pro controller. To me, that is a clutch feature. Now, the reason why I would like this is because it would actually ease people's minds for when they have issues like the one that I'm facing. You know, I can't go up and down. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that, because if I was able to replace it, yeah, I would still be upset, but at least, you know, I would have an option to be able to replace it for only $20 instead of me having to send this whole unit here all the way back to, you know, Sony warehouses or wherever it's gonna be to replace it, or just get a refund, and then I gotta struggle to try to find another one, especially right now, because literally, y'all, they sold out every freaking where. Also, I would like to see them on the Pro model give us the paddles here in the back, because honestly, man, I feel like this is the one thing that is missing when it comes to this PlayStation Portal that I personally would like to have like Sony. I need that ASAP, man. Like, give us the paddles, baby. But yeah, man, that's pretty much been my 1 week experience when it comes to this PlayStation Portal here. Now, I do got some things planned here that's gonna be coming here real soon on the channel, where I'm gonna be spending the night at a hotel and be doing a full test here on the PlayStation Portal and just how it's actually gonna function and work at a hotel from a gaming perspective, from connecting to your system and all of that. So definitely be on the lookout for that. That video coming soon. I told y'all, man, you know, your boy here, we testing everything. But first, you know, I gotta get mine fixed first, or try to find an extra one out there. So if you guys got an extra one, man, definitely hit me up, man. I'm not paying over asking price for it, so don't even come to me with all of that. I'll cover the shipping price. I got you on that, but I ain't paying the $400 for a PlayStation Portal. Just not happening. But let me know, man, if you guys got any questions or anything that you guys would like to see me test out on this PlayStation Portal here. You already know, man, I got y'all. So go ahead and drop it down in the comments. Also, if you found value in this video, go ahead and hit that like button. You already know, man, we always trying to run that button up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man, because we rolling on over to that next goal, man, of 200,000 subs. Let's get it, man. See y'all in the next one. Squad, we out.